Hello, hello, everyone. How are you? Me, Latara Venice, soul care provider and the founder of Color Your Soul, where we are branding souls to soar with lifestyles of soul care. It is a lifestyle, so I'm gonna kind of wait for this to populate out. I have a quick message today. I have a 12 o'clock, so I know I won't be on here long. Plus, my allergies are kicking in. I was up till almost 1 o'clock in the morning talking to one of my other kids about some this kind of this very topic. Um, and I'm waiting on it to populate so I can share, but I'll just go to the page and do it. And because I think it's an important message to talk about, not rushing this process, not running through the process of healing, which so many people try to do, especially my brothers, right? Because I have two men children. So um, give me a minute to share this out. Come on, come on. Wait, is it there? Thank you for joining. As you hop on, say hello so I know that you are here. And uh, here we go. Hold on. Here it is right here. All right. So I won't be on long today. Like I said, I have a 12 o'clock. I just finished up another session. I love doing what I do. Okay, so in talking to one of my kids, we're going through this. We're going through this thing in our family where there's a lot of transitioning happening, and it's bringing up a lot because our family is in a restoration. There's so much that's being restored, and while it's being restored, there's also a ripping of some things. There is a yeah, it's a ripping. There's like this ripping of layers happening. And it's not always fun, but it's always necessary, right? So as I was talking to that kid today, after being up last night, as we're going through this kind of forgiveness and healing and letting some stuff go, the comment was, "I just want to move on," right? And I was like, "Well, you can't just move on when healing is necessary." Hey, Ann, how are you? You can't do that. And so I want to give this quick word because again, I have a 12 o'clock. I got to remember that myself, or I'll still be talking. I want to give this quick word on healing. First off, healing is necessary. It's very necessary. It's such a necessary part of life that is talked about in the Bible a lot. Healing, right? Jesus healed people from blindness, from mental issues, from all kind of stuff. Healing is necessary. Here's what happens to us as humans because of how we are, because of the society we live in, because we are a people who we, oh Jesus, because we got to grind and hustle. Whew, okay, I'm gonna be talking about that some more too. Because we're this, instant society, because we're this convenient society, we think healing is supposed to be instant. It's supposed to be conveniently instant so we can move on. Well, that doesn't work. You can't rush the process. The process belongs to God. Did you hear that? Hmm. There's a work that you have to do as healing occurs, yes, but the process belongs to God, not to you. So there's a surrender. Your part is surrendering to the process, trusting the process, not trying to rush it and shut the door on it because that means you're not healed. That does nothing for you, right? So let me give you an example. In 2013, I left my ex, but it wasn't until 2017 at a retreat when there was like this band around my head, like it was controlling my mind still. And there were a lot of ways that even though I wasn't with him, because of the way that he flows and because of the way that he moves, I was still trapped. I was still running even this household the way that he would have wanted it ran because I was so scared he was going to take my child. He ended up doing that anyway, right? I was so scared he was going to take my child. I was so scared that my child was going to, and it was so much happening with Brayhan that he was beginning to turn against me, right? So there was so much happening. And I had this band around me. And it wasn't until I left him in 2013, y'all. It wasn't until, and I'm healing, but it wasn't until 2017 at a retreat when the band was broken, right? Let me just be real. The possession of my mind was no longer his. Did y'all catch that? 4 years. 4 years. Why did the process take so long? What happened? Well, I couldn't rush it, number one, because I knew I had to heal. Number two, I was fighting some of it. See, and this is what happens when we try to rush through the process. I tried to rush through it. That's what I did. But the process belongs to God. The timing belongs to Him. Your job is to be prepared for it and do the work He tells you to do. And sometimes that takes time because we're human. And God understands it. But again, He's in charge of the process. It's His timing. Yes, we can be instantly healed from something. I so believe that. But then I also believe there's a maintenance program that comes after it. It's a part of the process. I do believe we can be just victorious in Him, right? Instantly. I do believe that. Again, what I don't believe is that there's no maintenance work afterwards. And so what happens when we don't do the maintenance is we call ourselves shutting the door on the process. And can I tell you that the process of healing is a continual thing? You will become victorious in areas. You will move forward in some things. You will. There are some things, like I tell people, because I don't have control issues. I'm like, one day somebody was like, oh, we all have control issues. I said, no, I don't. And don't put that back on me. You might have some control issues, but I don't have control issues. See, I wouldn't let her snatch my victory. Right? So we've got to learn that this process, when God shows you, and He begins to say, I want you to work on this ugly part of who you are. Let me love you through this. You've got to learn to allow Him to dictate the process. You can't do it. You too messed up to do it. Did you hear that? You too messed up to do it. You are incapable of running the process. You need God's love. You need His grace. You need His mercy. So no. And another reason why many people want to rush the process is because the pain of having to go through it can be too much. To that, I say it hurts when you have to reopen a wound. It's painful. But the victory that comes after is necessary. When that band was broken from my head and that woman laid into me what God was showing her about Latara, oh, I was hot. I was not a happy person. And I told her so the next day. But I thanked her for ripping that part open, for ripping up, taking that falsely healed wound, that wound that wasn't properly cared for, and ripping off that nasty bandage I kept putting on there, thinking that I was healed from what God was trying to heal me from when it came to how controlled my mind was. I thanked her for that. And then there was a work. Even after that night, I wrote in a journal, the ladies were out by the fire pit doing marshmallow something. God said, no, you go to the room. I need you there. That's a distraction for you. Did you catch that? Because some of y'all keep doing all this stuff for God. Some of y'all keep walking in what you think is the assignment. Some of y'all keep doing all this stuff, rushing the process of healing, and you won't slow down long enough to heal. I need somebody to catch that one. What's my time? I got a few more minutes. And I know this is not a fun message, but it's a necessary message. Because when you rush through the process, you'll miss God. You'll miss the lessons along the way. You'll miss the growth spurts that he's trying to take you through. You know how kids are. Y'all see that kid there? He has literally grown 2 inches over the past few months. So I thought, what happened? Whew, I'm like this. But I can still kick his butt. I need for him to understand that, right? You miss the opportunities for his grace to heal you, for his mercy to cover you, and his love to possess you. Because when his love possesses you, that's when healing becomes what it is supposed to be, complete. He's not going to leave you lame. Right? So when we rush this process, and here's one way you know you rush the process. You end up going right back to being the same way you were, to doing the same thing, to sticking in that same toxic relationship, to being that same type of parent, to being that same type of wife, to being that same type of husband that God has told you is ugly. Don't do it no more. And you excuse it away, and you oftentimes use God as the excuse. He loves me as I am. Okay, but that don't mean he won't stay like you are. He does. The Bible does say, come as you are. But it also says, I will trade my beauty for your ashes. Let me give you my burden because my burden is light. Yours is heavy. I can take yours. But if you come as you are and you try to stay as you are, you're not allowing the process to do its work. God controls the process. Honor that. Trust that. If it's painful, it's okay. Tears are good. Dealing with your mess is necessary. And God's not going to bless you. You came a mess. He don't bless your mess. He transforms it into something different by doing a total exchange. Catch what I'm saying. Because that is a fad that some of y'all need to stop saying, oh, God blesses your mess. No, he don't. That's not even biblical. Child of God. I don't have nothing to sip. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So that's really my message. I don't want to overextend it. I don't want to talk it out. I don't want to overthink what I'm talking about here, because that's just what I had to come and give, right? Is that we rush through the process of healing because we're trying to control how we're supposed to be through it. Does that make sense? How we're supposed to move through it. No, your part is to surrender and let God guide the process. I don't like to say control because he doesn't want to control us. Let him guide the process. Let him love you through the process. Let him take you from step to step to step so that your victory is sure and your victory is real, because your victory will be founded on the truth that has set you free. You can live your truth, but it might not be God's truth for you. Man, I hope this was good for you guys. I want you guys to be blessed by that word. Be blessed by that word. I couldn't sit on it after talking to my child, after really looking at my own life and where I am in this process of life healing. Isn't that what love does? Love heals. Love heals. And we're always tainted by something in life that we need healing from. So I do things like the soul detox. That's why I do things like we have a soul tide mapping course coming up. And I haven't made it public. It's been only for our direct community. So if you're interested in it, if you're not a part of the direct community on the page or whatever, inbox me and I'll give you the link because we get started this Friday. First video will come out this Friday as we're learning how to break free from what is binding us. Healing is necessary, y'all, but it's not ours to rush the process. Right? All right, everybody, you guys be blessed. This is Latara Venice, soul care provider and the founder of Color Your Soul, where we are branding souls to soar with lifestyles of soul care. Learn how to live a lifestyle of soul care. It is phenomenal. Bye-bye.